Closing doors, please.
My name is Annie and I'm from the Bronx.
My name is Lay Soul and I'm from Bedside, Brooklyn.
My name is Sarai and I'm from Queens, New York.
Oh, okay. Starting from you, what do you like about the Bronx?
Oh, so come on, this is like, prideful ass questions. So, what I love about the Bronx, all the culture, all the different people, the diversity, the uniqueness of it. It's still not gentrified yet, so that's always a plus. That's what I like.
Any dislikes?
Gun control could be a lot better.
I feel like the Bronx is underrated in art.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Bronx is definitely a huge part of the epitome of hip hop and urban ghetto culture that is being gentrified now and not respected. And
Absolutely.
Brooklyn is the same, so I definitely have a big love of the Bronx. I'm Lay Soul, I'm from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way.
Hey.
NYC is just the melting pot of diversity. I moved to Manhattan to spread Brooklyn culture and then learned more about just the culture of where hip hop and just black culture in New York City started. I gained a bigger respect from the Bronx because in Brooklyn we're not really taught about Bronx culture, so we're kind of divided and separated when we're all trying to spread our art in different kinds of ways. So I definitely enjoy working with different artists from NYC and just getting a sense of their flavor.
Yeah, I like flavor.
What about you? Any words about the Bronx, Brooklyn, or Queens? Or Staten Island, Manhattan?
Well, I
Any words
can
on
only
NYC?
tell you where I'm from, and I'm from Queens.
And Queens support Queens.
That's facts. And we support everybody. The best thing about Queens is we a little hood and a little classy, so you get a little bit of both.
I like that. Can you ladies talk about what it was like growing up in New York City and how it's changed?
I can definitely talk
It's
about
very
that.
different now.
I knew the original 90 Ox spots. I had an Ox spot right across from my building. I seen Bed-Stuy get gentrified out my window. So there was a sense of family and pain and love, but there was a sense of community within the streets, our culture, you know what I'm saying? And that wasn't respected and it was confined and we didn't push that at all. So that's the one thing I really noticed a lot. Like, I go to Brooklyn and I feel like a tourist in my own home now.
Yeah.
That's why I'm out here, because the Bronx is not gentrified. Washington Heights is not gentrified. There's still a sense of family and community that you need as an artist to remain humble and not fall into the pattern of just being glorified.
Our generation respected old, elderly people. We respected people in general. We respected our parents. We had values. We had morals. Versus now, you see these kids growing up, and you can instantly tell they're growing up without guidance.
Disrespectful.
We
And
were
so,
born in the nostalgic generation where
we're the lucky ones. We're like the
Yeah,
last
we
ones
are
that
the
were even.
last
Yeah, we
ones.
are the last. The
You know,
90s
because
babies, we hit.
That's why our art is
the
so
last
powerful,
that was left.
because
That's
we
absolutely.
experience playing in the streets, family, actually talking on the phone, having that communication, knowing what the simplicities of life is, you know what I'm saying, how to embrace that. And we've seen the change in culture with social media and statuses and memes and living in the sense of being on social media but not really being social at all. Like, we lost the sense of relationships. So how can you connect with people through your art if you can't even connect with yourself? You don't even know how to have a conversation.
Right.
Can you ladies talk about your ethnicity? I see so much beautiful culture. Can you talk about yourselves?
So I am Boricua, which is categorized as Puerto Ricans, is the name that was given to us, but I am from a little island called Borinquen, so I consider myself an Afro-Latina, aka Puerto Ricans, for those who don't know their roots.
Let's
Dumb it down for y'all a little bit.
I like Afro-Latina better. I like the combo.
It is. That's exactly what it is. My mother, I'm Puerto Rican. My mother is fully dark skinned, like beautiful like her, and my father is like her. And people tell me that I'm not Puerto Rican because I'm not light skinned with nice eyes, and I'm like, listen, I'm not trying to hit her.
Right. So I am Jamaican and St. Lucia and Cherokee. So I have women and men in my family of all different shades. Like, my grandmother and my aunts is like these ladies' complexion, while my mom is chocolate, while my dad, he was their complexion. So I got to see the whole diversity within my culture. But then I'm like a fake Dominican Puerto Rican because I grew up being in Bushwick and always going to Bushwick, like after school programs and such. And then at the same time living in Washington Heights. That's little Dominican Republic. So I definitely love like all cultures. So yeah, Caribbean.
And you?
Well, me, I'm black, white, and I'm Native American, Cherokee mixed with Blackfoot. So my family's real southern.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I got family in North Carolina and Virginia. But also, as well, I've adopted the Spanish culture because growing up in New York, there's Boricuas and Dominicanas everywhere. So it's just like growing up in Queens and Brooklyn and then traveling to the city and the Bronx. Yeah, you just adopt certain cultures because that's what makes New York, New York. We're all
The
different
diversity.
cultures blended together.
The melting pot, the diversity.
All right,
Yeah.
last question because we don't want to miss too much of the show. Can you ladies talk about relationships and dating in New York City or in general?
I don't date. I'm a business-minded person. So if it ain't about money, I'm not talking. Sorry.
Correct.
Well,
That's it with that.
dating is very complicated in this generation,
Yes.
but I've learned your partner is gonna walk the same footsteps as you. So my girlfriend and I do work together. It just
They're
happens.
beautiful, aren't they?
It just happens. So I don't know. Don't plan relationships. It shouldn't be a relationship because this is a relation. We're relating, right? So that's a relationship. It's more of a
Right.
partnership. It's a bond. It's a higher level. So
If anything, I would say
Yeah.
dating in New York is open.
yeah,
Yeah,
don't
really
very open.
focus on dating. Just focus on loving yourself, and then you're
Right.
just someone that
They're gonna
loves
come.
themselves is just gonna come and fall
Yep.
into your path, and it's not gonna be a divide, you know. So
The first thing is in relationships, you gotta focus on you before you can focus on someone
Facts.
else. Because once you know how to love you, you can love someone
Yeah,
else.
self-love
You can't
is the
love
best
someone else
love.
if you don't love you first. Because then all your insecurities will project onto that person. So don't look for love. Let it come to you.